When you're doing the work of mentoring day in, day out, sometimes it is really hard to know whether or not you're doing the right thing, whether or not any of the work that you're doing is actually having any impact. And sometimes it seems like it is so easy to lose faith in what you're doing. Well, I'm so very proud to share and touched to share an opportunity that I had. I had coffee with a young lady, a mentee of ours, Patricia Armstrong. She was a young lady that we worked with at Harlan High School a couple years ago through Polished Pebbles. In our coffee date, we had set up via Instagram. She reached out to me via Instagram and she says, "Hey, Miss Fair, here I am. I've been doing really well, but I still need some help." And it just kind of touched a warm place in my heart. She's been doing extremely well. She's a great success story. And whenever you get something good, you want to share with the rest of the mentoring community. We want to keep everybody motivated, keep everybody faithful about what we do. But I think Patricia has a great story that can also have a great impact on a lot of the girls that we serve. So I want to introduce to everybody Patricia Armstrong. Hey, Patricia.
Hi.
And welcome to Kelly Fair the Mentor. So we're glad to have you here. Patricia, why don't you tell our mentoring community a little bit about who you are and what you're doing right now?
Well, my name is Patricia. I'm 20 years old. I'm still in college. I graduated in May of 2014 with my applied science and criminal justice. I have no kids. I'm maintaining my own apartment and I have my own car.
She's an independent lady doing her thing. Tell us a little bit about who was Patricia when you were at Harlan. Tell us about some of your challenges and where and who you were at that particular age and stage in your life.
Well, at Harlan, I was between about 14 to 16 years old.
Okay.
And I was a very, very bad delinquent. I was getting suspended. I almost got expelled. I was not going to classes. Grades was falling. I started in Harlan as a freshman. My GPA was a 3.4.
Wow.
And I just didn't want to be with the, lames, as they called it. So I started hanging with the cooler crew and became very bad. Started fighting and just didn't care about school anymore. So after that, my junior year, I was in your Polished Pebbles program, and it helped me so much, especially with the job experience and the work and health tips you gave us.
So that's when we went to Bloomingdale's, right?
Yes.
So we worked with the Bloomingdale's out in Skokie, Illinois.
Yes.
And you guys got to do a tour of the entire store, get to meet employees, which you also did some job shadowing. What was one thing that kind of really stood out for you from the Bloomingdale's experience that you thought gave you some really good impact?
Well, it gave me hands-on training.
Wow.
Which really helped me doing my job success now. I have 2 jobs, which I'm working with security now, and it really helped me with my interview skills.
Okay, very cool, very cool. There was some stuff that was going on with you personally throughout your life that really probably had an impact on that. You want to share a little bit about who you are and kind of how you came up?
Yeah, like you said, many people do not know the background of a mad black young girl.
Okay.
There was personal things going on with me, such as my home. I was adopted at the age of 3, and there in that home, there was no love. She didn't care about what I did. She didn't care about my success. She didn't care about homework or nothing. So that did have an impact on me, so I started giving up myself. But after a while, I did realize that it's just me, myself, and I have to do what I have to do to become the person I want. And I realized that my junior year and becoming in your program as a mentee.
Very cool, very cool. What advice would you, if you were going back to Harlan, give to other young ladies to say, here's some stuff you can do and you gotta do to change it around for yourself?
Well, first that I realized was the friends I hung out with. There was 8 of us, the cool crew, and we was very bad, as I stated. And I realized junior year, we was all by my locker, all 8 of us. We all had straight Fs. straight F's. No
Okay.
D, no C, just straight F's. And I realized that I wasn't going nowhere. It was junior year. I'm failing all my classes. I need to do something. So at that point in time, I told my friends, hey, I'm getting ready to go to school. You know, I'm getting ready to do what I have to do. You know, a few of them said, hey, girl, you can't make that up. You can't do this. You can't do that. But you know what? I made all them F's up that junior year besides one. Senior year, I went to morning school. I got, you know, that class out the way. And out of 8 of the cool crew, I was the only one to graduate.
Okay.
So the first advice I would give you guys is to drop the friends that you hang out with, because longer in life, they're not going to be with you if you want to become successful. Something else would be to just have faith in yourself. You know, you don't need family, you don't need friends, you don't need no one but yourself and faith. You also have to believe in God. I don't know if you guys have a religion or not, but that was one thing that helped me out. I prayed, and I went to church on some time, and I became a better person, you know, because I had faith in myself. And I had a lot of people around me that gave me the positive energy, such as yourself and other mentors, to keep me going.
I know one of the things that you had shared when we met a couple of weeks ago, how important it was for you to still find that extra part of you, that family, that connection, right? You develop your own sense of independence and faith in yourself and your drive and motivation, which is so commendable. But you shared with me, that brought me to tears, a story about your family. You want to share a little bit about that?
Yes. Well, recently in early of 2013, I found my biological side of my mom's family. My sisters, I have 6 sisters, 1 brother. You know, it was very cool just finding the other side of me, to see that I have a lot of other relatives that really do love and care for me. Also, later on in 2013, I found my father's side of the family, which I discovered I am the baby of 10 kids, and it's very cool. It just brought that extra piece that I was missing out of my heart. And like I said earlier, without them, I still became the person that I am today. But now I have that love that I was missing.
It's almost like when you get yourself together and you got that faith, that drive, that motivation for yourself, you attract all these positive people.
Yes, that's also the key.
Yeah.
You know, when you become positive, a positive people come to you.
Patricia, I want to thank you so much for sharing. This takes so much courage for this young woman to share her story, her life lessons, and how she got it together and how she's connecting and moving forward. It's grown women, grown men who are not comfortable with telling their stories like this. And this young lady is telling her story at the ripe age of 20. And more importantly, she emphasized to me she wanted to share this with other people, and I think that is also very commendable. And she did it all through social media. And so I want to use this example to show that mentoring does work, that practitioners out there, mentors out there, you get frustrated, sometimes you want to give up, but those seeds that were planted actually really do bloom into something positive. For the last couple of weeks, so many people have been talking about Sharkeisha, the young woman who was caught on a video and they posted on Instagram fighting all over the place. Social media not used necessarily or definitely in a positive way. It's been tweeted, it's gone viral, but my thought to you today is we're talking about the power of mentoring, and we're hearing a success story like Pertisha. Can we please tweet and retweet and share and make sure that Pertisha, since we focus so much on Sharkeisha, can go viral? I think this is a story that's worth going viral, and I'm looking to you and the Kelly Fair, the mentor community, to do that. Thanks, and we look forward to seeing you.